one or more players I recently reported were convicted and banned. Get wrecked, scrubs. But now, ladies and that guy with the blue shirt, welcome to another episode of Fishy or Not Fishy. We are currently with a suspect who is following his teammate into lower B and pausing, and then continues on following his teammate. Where is he going? What the heck is this team doing? Alright, throws a flash. Why would you flash your teammate, for crying out loud? Okay, so they just sort of did an inverted around the world to B, and now he's jumping, looking at the wall, takes out a smoke, and I am not very familiar with this strategical play that he's executing so finely here. So I guess part of it is being AFK. What is it? Okay, so his back takes out a... Okay, it's 1 versus 3. It's his time to clutch. Takes out a smoke, throws it. Okay, he goes down. So then he throws a flash this one. What the heck is this guy doing? What is this whole team doing? They're like flashing each other the whole time. All right, so now he's gonna go long. Oh, okay, so I think I know what's happening here. The guy is just trolling his teammates, and I think I know that pause he's doing. I bet he's pausing to write the position of his teammates. I bet that's what he's doing. I'm not saying that I've done it once or twice in my life, because at one point I was very immature and trolling my teammates like this, but since then, and since yesterday, I've matured greatly. However, I'm pretty positive that what he's doing every time he's pausing, like right here, he's just standing still. I'm pretty sure that he's just writing the position of his teammates to the enemy. I decided I'm going to show you guys only 2 more rounds, because there's no point in watching this guy just troll his teammates. Right there, you see him. He's trying to block his fellow opper, but he failed because the opper did get a kill. Anyway, the next round he goes long. There's a teammate. He decides to pause, which my guess he's right in the position. Then he flashes his teammate, and then he's gonna throw another flash. He's not doing anything else, but right here something funny happens, and I thought this was funny. He's basically blocking his teammate so he gets killed. Oh gosh, I hate these guys. And so I think for the first time in history, I'm reporting insufficient for everything except for griefing. First time in Fishy or Not Fishy history. Next, we jump into a different map. This is Overpass. We go with the suspect who's currently playing on bomb side B, throws down a smoke. Let me see, 727. He's got 57% headshot rate. Looking at the mini-map, there are no enemies around here, so he's playing it very safely. He eventually moves his butt all the way up connector, so now he's gonna push over the bump side. There's an enemy actually doesn't take him out, his teammate takes him out. And then there's a guy running, so he's gonna hear him, takes out. There's the bomb down, so now he should just be defend the bomb. There's one guy left behind him, and he makes noise, turns around, and takes him out. Yep, nothing fishy about that. It was just a decent play. Next round is pushing outside bathrooms, so I'm guessing he's gonna go fountain or going down connector, and he's going down connector, throws down a flash, peeks around the corner, sees one enemy, and with a Nick Bunyun like spray pattern, gets the enemy, sees one go down the ladder, so he knows he's there, and takes him out with a decent headshot. He moved towards ladder, and he's just camping ladder because he hears footsteps above him, and now there's a flash that comes down, one enemy comes down, and takes him out. I've watched the next 3 rounds, and they were kind of boring. He only managed to get 1 kill. Basically, the other team just went the opposite way where he's going, and this round he decides to push towards fountain, and it is taken out. Take control of the bot right here. That's what happened. So about this guy, there's nothing fishy, so I'm gonna go ahead and say insufficient to everything. Now we bring it back to Dust 2 with the suspect who's got 22 kills and 50 points, which is quite a big lead compared to all the other people on this server. So we're gonna assume that he's either a smurf, a cheater, or the teams are heavily unbalanced. Let's go ahead and watch him how he plays. Takes out one enemy with a headshot. It wasn't a one tap, that was just a spray, and he managed to get a headshot. There's 2 more enemies on A side, and 2 more are rotating. Let's see if he's gonna pre-fire. There was a bit of pre-fire there, but it was a little bit delayed, so there wasn't anything fishy there. So he got 2 enemies thus far. There's 2 more on site and 1 mid, so it's currently a 3 versus 3. And I skipped a little bit because he walked all the way mid to cat to connector, so now it's a 2 versus 2. The last 2 enemies are in pit with the bomb, and he's got 15 seconds on the clock. His teammate decides to dive him in. They're both super lit. Well, one of them is. So he's gonna take out one guy. He's definitely not got any sort of aim assist by the way he's shooting. He seems to be just spraying a lot. And takes out the other enemy. On to the next round, he's using the USB he picked up, and there's 2 enemies long. There's one there, and ooh, well, that probably was just a lucky tap. Or was it? We have to break down everything in Overwatch. And now they're pushing on long. They seem to have taken control. There's one enemy behind him. He turns around. Well, I guess it could have been that teammate there that made that call, because he did turn around quite quickly. In the next round, he goes lower B. It's already 3 versus 5. There's one enemy, throws a nade pretty perfectly, but let's just say that his teammate called it, and then he should know that there's a couple of more top of mid. Throws a flash, comes around the corner. Let's see, it doesn't push on anybody, throws on an incendiary. Now he's working towards bomb side B, and looks, did he see anybody there? That was a little fishy because he looked right at him and then looked away from him. But I'm looking at the way he's shooting right now, and I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I'm thinking, how did this guy get 22 kills in 15 rounds when he was on the CT side? And now it's a 1 versus 1. The enemy throws a flash out of bomb side B, so he should know that he's coming out of B tunnels, and he's pushed outside and takes him out. This part right here was a little weird because he comes, looks right at him, and then just looks away from it. I mean, if we're breaking down everything we see. At this point, I'm gonna put on a magnifying glass to see if he has vision assist, because I'm kind of suspecting of that. There's an enemy lower B. The enemy is walking, as you can see, so let's see. Does he? Okay, he did see his shoulder over there and then takes him out. That wasn't insanely fishy, but let's just say that it was a lucky peek. And right now what I want to do is keep an eye on things like, does he throw any weird flashes, any weird smokes, any weird nades, and so on. So he's gonna fail his jump, turns around. I don't know why he keeps looking back and forth like that when he's got teammates. There are a couple of guys long doors right here, and he throws a nade exactly right in the middle of them, and then doesn't decide to push it, so that was a little weird. He should have been able to hear the enemies getting hit by the nade, because it makes a different sound, but he doesn't do anything. He was looking that way, I don't know for what reason. There's an enemy mid, and he's getting shot by the enemy right now, so he's playing very bait-like. He seems to be baiting a lot of his teammates, because he's never going in first. He's always the second guy, like, oh, my teammate got killed from over there, so I knew where he was. So he's pushing on site. Does he check any corners? Does not check. He doesn't even check long. Okay, that's definitely weird. So now he's watching cat. Now he turns to long and looks right at connect. Okay, that was definitely a little bit fishy. And now there's 3 enemies left. 2 of them are in cat, so he sees one of them, takes them out. He's still not checking long. They don't know the position of the last guy. They're okay, I guess they're just thinking the last guy should be cat. Nobody's checking long, and now he's looking towards long. There's a guy jump shooting there. Okay, well, the last enemy now just gave away his position, and yeah, that was the last one was acceptable. So he always seems to be in the right place at the right time, so that is a little bit fishy with his positioning. Right now they're rushing B, and he decides to fall back. Okay, that's a weird... Okay, so I guess he fell back because there was a guy pushing from B, so that was fishy again. We go into the next round. Now he's pushing cat. There's 1 enemy on site and 1 enemy long, and the other guys are on B. So throws a flash, throws a second flash. That's not really a peek it, so he's looking... He's not checking side, so he just jumps to connector. So I'm guessing he's gonna get that guy on a ramp and then get the guy long, and he falls back. I don't know why, because the guy ramp was walking the whole time, so he wouldn't have heard him, and takes him out. Okay, that was a little weird because he pushed connector and then decides to stop, and now I guess they got bomb side B, so they're all rushing B to plant the bomb, and the last enemy shooting at him. So again, this guy's always in the right place at the right time. He's died once in 6th round. This is going to be the 7th round as he doesn't die. All right, so on to the next round. He's pushing long with his teammate, and he falls back, and takes 1 enemy. See, he always knows when to fall back. That's the weird part. So there's 1 enemy there. He throws a nade. There's now 2 enemies long, so there's 3 on A site, and he decides to fall back and just running away. His teammate is working his way onto bomb side B, so right now they should only know that there's 2 guys long and they don't know where the 3rd guy is. There's a teammate working into B right now, so his teammate should be calling that B is empty. So He falls back just perfectly to not be seen by the enemies. So see, this is what I'm talking about. It's weird positioning. He's not showing off like he's cheating like crazy, but just his positioning is just so weird. So now he fully falls back, throws a fire in the smoke, as that always works out. And let's see, there's one guy pushing onto window, and oh, yep, he's done it. He's just done it, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna report this guy for vision assist anyway, but I wanted something obvious because I know there's gonna be a lot of people going like, oh, Nick, he's definitely just a smurf. Look at the enemy. He's gonna push and stop, and then if you look at him, if you wouldn't have stopped right there, that would have been a kill right on him because he wouldn't have seen him at all. Let me zoom in a little bit to make sure that he's not being seen at all. Yep, and if he wouldn't have stopped, that would have been a shot right there. So I watched the rest of the replay. I don't want to waste you guys' time anymore. So one thing I found on the fishy right here is after his teammate goes down, check this shot right there. That was a beautiful shot. And then remember how I told you that this guy always seems like he's baiting his team, and then, oh, well, I knew where you got shot from. Check this out. So there's a guy car right here, and he's the first guy, but he just decides to stop right here. Look, he's not pushing onto side, he's just playing window, and as soon as his teammate goes down, he pushes it and takes the enemy out. Things like that only happen 2 or 3 times a game, but for this guy, it was happening every single round. So for that fact, we're gonna go with vision assist, and we're gonna submit the verdict. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fishy or Not Fishy, a video series in which we overwatch the suspect and we'll figure out if he's cheating. This suspect is currently 4-3-10. Okay. And he gets a one-tap with a deagle.